Hello Mabuhay, my name is Jose Respall and I am a registered migration agent with offices here in the Philippines and in Australia. For the past 16 years I've been helping New Zealand citizens living in Australia sponsor my fellow kababayan applicants to migrate temporarily to Australia from the Philippines. I've sent you this video because you have either inquired or we have just spoken about a visa that has a public interest criterion 4020 applied to it, which now forms an integrity requirement as of the 22nd of March 2014. I'm going to assume that you are a temporary New Zealand citizen living in Australia and you have a loved one in the Philippines and you are planning on becoming life partners and you cannot wait to be with them. Well, here's the good news. I've developed an exclusive 5-step New Zealand citizen family relationship visa application process which makes it much easier for the Filipino applicant and any of their dependent family members to gain their temporary visa. We are able to reunite the Filipino applicant and their New Zealand citizen partner a lot quicker in Australia. This is a one-stage paper-based application process. It allows us to validly lodge your genuine New Zealand citizen family relationship visa application to the Australian Department of Immigration here in the Philippines quicker and more efficiently, provided it is managed and lodged correctly. However, I must give you a warning. Please pay attention as the department is now applying this recent regulation strictly, and if the Filipino applicant and any of their dependent family members falls foul of this criterion, then penalties may be placed against the temporary Filipino applicant and their other dependent family members if applicable. Public interest criterion, or PIC 4020, is a criterion that is attached to a number of visa subclasses, and your intended visa application is one of them. Now that PIC 4020 is part of the criteria for the particular temporary visa you are applying for, then the Filipino applicant and all the other dependent family members, if applicable, must satisfy PIC 4020 in order to be granted their New Zealand citizen family relationship visa. Since 2001, PIC 4020 has enabled a refusal of a visa if a temporary visa applicant provides a bogus document or information that is false and or misleading in relation to their temporary visa application. In other words, if the Filipino temporary visa applicant or any other dependent family members provides a bogus document or false and or misleading information, then the department can A, not only refuse the temporary visa application, but B, prevent them all from applying for another visa, and C, entering Australia from 3 to 5 or even 10 years depending on the severity of the fraudulent bogus document or false and misleading information provided, such as identity fraud or commonly termed as false passports, just as an example. If you haven't yet received or downloaded the first 4 chapters of my soon-to-be released book, Avoid the Migration Minefield, Safely Migrate to Australia from the Philippines, then I suggest you do so immediately. This will give you a very good overview of the importance of using a qualified and experienced registered migration agent such as myself. I assure you it won't take long to read. Reading the first 4 chapters is step 1 of our exclusive 5-step New Zealand citizen family relationship visa application process. There is a lot more to know and understand, and that is why it is so important for us to discuss this application in greater detail with the Filipino applicant and their New Zealand citizen partner and prevent an application that may have any false and or misleading document or information in it when we lodge to the Department of Immigration here in the Philippines. Hopefully this video has assisted you to understand the consequences of a false and misleading temporary visa application, and I really look forward to lodging your valid and genuine paper-based New Zealand citizen family relationship visa application in the very near future. For more information about PIC 4020, please go to the bottom of this video in the description section. There's a link there. If you haven't done so already, please accurately register your details and any dependent family members involved in your application from the Philippines to Australia after viewing this video, so we can contact all the parties involved in this application. Please make an effort to read the first 4 chapters of this book. It will really assist you in your final decision to use a qualified and experienced agent like myself to avoid the implications of the PIC 4020 towards the Filipino temporary visa applicant by the Department of Immigration here in the Philippines. Thank you for watching this video, and remember, managing your emotions when lodging and securing your future temporary New Zealand family relationship visa application and avoiding any false and or misleading documents or information with the Australian Department of Immigration is what I do best. Thank you and mabuhay.